Hello, hello, visionary entrepreneurs, life changers. How are you? Welcome back to our Momentum Monday. Today is our episode 167. We're talking about win together. And previous episode we talked about how to get out of your comfort zone and how to do the impossible things, right? And think and do the impossible things. And today let's talk about just expand from yourself. I know there are so many solo entrepreneurs, right, or even business owners, and many times we think that we are just fighting by ourselves. Majority time, I know that the number one maybe feeling for most entrepreneurs is like that loneliness, right? So this long journey, especially if you be in entrepreneurship or business for a long time, and for me, it's been 15 years. So I know that kind of feeling quite sometimes you will feel, oh, okay, I'm fighting alone, right? It's like by myself. And that today I want to help you to end that story. And recent years, I also personally, in addition to the loneliness, but I also tasted that winningness through a team and through partnerships. And so today let's share about this, right? I'm wondering first, please comment under my video. Let me know either is like live or replay. Let me know what's your experience with either as a solo entrepreneurship. How long have you been into it, and what's your experience with either partnership or team members, and what is your feedback about that journey? How long have you been doing that with team or with partners, and have you gained any wins so far? So let's share that stories to inspire each other, okay? And while you are thinking about your journey, I want to share mine, very simply, starting from a life itself, okay? And then we go to a business. From a life side, I just feel like even a family, you are a great team. I usually say family is the greatest team on the whole earth, because the family you have this deep connections, right? Maybe some families they do not have that fully connections, but definitely teamwork can strengthen that. And especially if you still have some challenges for your family, and how we could fighting together, right? So use this topic, use this opportunity to strengthen your family's bonding. And I remember since pandemic, how many years? Wow, pandemic. Can you imagine? It's already 4 years since pandemic. The 4 years, especially during pandemic, it's the most challenging time, right? Everyone has that kind of a uncertainty, that fear, and all this kind of risks, where you get infected and get sick or even die. So many people died, right? It's unfortunately. But during that time, it's also difficult. The most difficult and challenging time is also the most bonding time I just found. And I still remember, because my daughter, she got allergy. She got inflammation, and she got a severe asthma reaction. The whole body, starting from her elbows and knees or areas, and then expanded to her whole body. She was just like a 13 years old. She got into a panic. Because it's eczema, it's like red, itching, and then she kept scratching it. And as the young teenager, she had no clue. And me, as a mom, I also did not have that kind of a experience as well. So struggled a lot, for the whole, I still remember that for a whole year, more than 1 year. It's like a nightmare. And we visited different doctors, the family the pediatrician, and then the skin specialist, and did all this tests, and found like some allergies she had, for example, the dust mites. And we changed the cover of the beds, right, to be the dust mite proven, and did many things, and also try the medicine, the prescriptions, the steroid cream stuff. And you have to go that yesterday just learned the concept they called what's that, like fail first kind of a process. The insurance company will need you to feel like a lower level of maybe cheaper kind of medicines, and before they give you to a higher level, right? But anyway, my daughter tried those different levels of like steroids, and did not work, and actually made things worse. Then I even tried like doctors from graduate from Harvard University, and they even want to give more, let's say, advanced medicines for intake, like oral steroid medicine. And then I made that right decision. I said, no, I do not want to, because I think about all these kind of side effects to a young teenager, right? I decided to not take that prescription. And then we turned to Chinese traditional doctors, right? And for their herb medicines prescription, it's not like a prescription because it's not like accepted in the US, so it's not covered by insurance. So we paid all that out of our pocket with the doctor and get the medicine, herb medicines, and also including acupuncture. We tried that, but it also did like a long time, a few months, and did not say very clear change or improvement, right? And eventually I feel like all these kind of things, they have either Western or Eastern kind of a medicines, they actually all have side effects, right? As long as there are medicines for young teenager, their body, like all these kind of toxins and accumulate, it could really harm their, for example, their inner organs, their digestion, their like the stomach, their um, it's just like inner organs. So it's not like not balanced. And also, in addition to all these environment triggers, and including like studying at home, more computer time and less outdoor activity time, and more stress, right? And including pandemic stress, and also the eczema stress, all this stress, and also teenager stress, right? All these kind of things adding together caused her like a big flare ups and could not, and also because we are not familiar how to control it, so she had quite severe situation for over 1 year. And we tried different ways, did not work. Eventually I thank God, prayed, and also like made that. I can still remember how many like countless nights my daughter could not sleep, insomnia, uh, basically because the eczema, itching, she could not fall into sleep, and all the stress as well. So she asked me to do all these kind of massages on her feet or on her head, and all these kind of prayers, endless prayers, to help her calm down, to have some some basic reliefs, so that she could slowly fall into sleep, get some like a few, maybe a few hours of sleep. But I was so grateful and so proud of my daughter during that kind of toughest time. She barely slept like maybe like 2 or 3 hours, 4 hours, up to 4 hours every day, but she still get up every day, every morning like 6 a.m. and to go to school. And she maintained like a good records, like a good performance, academic performance. I was amazed. How did she do that? I could not imagine if this happened on me, right? Still remember many days she cried and she's like so helpless. My heart was broken, really broken. And while I was doing all this kind of massage on her feet, on her head, doing all this kind of meditation and prayers for her, I was praying to God that to help us, right? And eventually, slowly, by our choice, get rid of all those kind of prescriptions and medicines, right? And we return to ourselves and our faith, to how to fight by our own power. And especially that time, the family bonding, right? We all support each other, her father, her brother, and we fought together. We created our family text message group, and we keep sharing and our messages, and also especially that kind of a mental and spiritual support to each other, right? And every day we pray, and to calm her down, and to put her faith in God, and also in herself as well, and to reduce her stress. And we also tried all this kind of we call natural and also holistic ways, right? Including how to improve life habits, including how to improve their nutrition. And instead of like she get away all those kind of junk food. Teenagers sometimes they eat all this junk food, right? That accumulate all these kind of side effects in their body as well. So we helped her get away from those like candies and like chips, all this kind of junk stuff. And also like anything we tested, whatever is causing maybe allergy, right? Including dairy stuff. We buy the lactose free and also organic milk. And even during that time, even mango, the things like mango or shrimps, all the things she could eat before, never had any problem since she was a kid, right? But then during the pandemic, during her eczema time, she was allergic to those things. Like it's just like a whole immune system was weak. So we had to get away of those food or reduce a lot of amount from them, right? So it's very cautious. And even like the amount of sugar or amount of like salt, we almost totally get rid of like sugar, and use very minimum amount of salt, and also like drink more water. So I never drink any like soft drinks. So all these ways, and also like build up sleeping routine, like a healthier sleeping routine. Even though she said she had like insomnia, could not fall in sleep, but we try to um, put up the schedules by when you should get rid of like a leave away from your laptop, and also turn your cell phone into like a airplane mode if you still need the like alarm, right, alarm clock function, and get the cell phone away from your pillow, and do some exercise stretching before the sleep, and do like hygiene things, right, clean your body, and also the lotion, especially very important, what kind of lotion. We tested many multiple brands of lotions, and what is safe for eczema, right? And then for her hair, for her scalp, like also have like flare ups, we also like bought the different brands of shampoo and test, and finally found some good ones and get rid of the prescription shampoo. And so all this kind of step by step little steps accumulated together. But at the time I just feel like today we're talking about the win together, right? So this is like a battle. This is like a battle. I remember as a family we fought together, and thank God after 2 years of struggling, she slowly like improved. And then thank God, because the pandemic almost like get to the end, right? And then the schools reopened. That's a biggest relief. So the kids can go back to school. So they have their social work, social network, and could like connect with their friends. Even though I know at the beginning it's also very struggling because her skin, she had to use all these long sleeves cover her like arms, her legs, and she even wanted to, because her face, her eyelids, right, all these kind of ears, necks, all has that kind of like flare ups with eczema. Looks like itchy and looks like red, and like with skin pills, right? So it's like she felt like herself is ugly. So we had to encourage her to go back to school and to face her embarrassment and that kind of like a and that kind of a shyness, right? And it really like that kind of even fear to connect with other people and to show herself up again, right? So she was trying to hide herself for another 1 or 2 years. So it's totally like almost like over 3 or 4 years, kind of a struggling journey. But gradually, after the first 2 years, the most severe time, and things getting, because all this kind of natural and holistic way, and also thank God during the pandemic, during the struggling, because the swimming pools all closed, right? Even though we could not go, and also her skin condition could not go into a swimming pool, and but we found a new her new spots, because she loves sports, and she used to practice kung fu and like ice skating, and but and then swimming. But during pandemic we found like so we practiced some like a badminton at our driveway. Initially it was just for fun, right? Because kids were staying at home too long time, staying with computer. I just want to distract them, to get them outdoors, to get some sunlight and play, right? And the surprising thing is she fell in love into like playing badminton, and that's a great. And I sent her to, we explored different badminton centers, right, and found a place, and add her to like a group training, and she loved it. And this kind of exercises, and then going back to school, all these kind of things, right, in addition to improvement on her like eating and sleeping, and also like a routine, right, all these kind of habits, and this kind of way improved in the total her immune system, and also her stress relieved a little bit, right? And do not just need, at least she has so many other things to do, so she would not just every day think about her eczema, just one big concern, right? Eczema. So she get more like distracted, and now she can also get time to walk from home to the subway and go to school, and walk a little bit distance to a school, right? Or maybe a little bit time with the friends to walk around the school as well. So all this adding together, thank God her situation improved, and eventually, gradually, her eczema is almost like totally healed. I would say not even not 100%, but she barely had any flare ups anymore. It's just like little patches here and there, maybe occasionally after like spots, after like all the sweating time. But over 95% is under control. and she learned all the different treatment, the different ways, right, to heal and control the situation by herself. That's the most important thing. Even though now she still sometimes struggle with insomnia, but it's also improved a lot as well. And she's now, because she during the pandemic, during the struggling time, I also encourage her attend the Teen CEO project and launched her project called Goodbye Eczema. This project, this basically helped herself and also aimed to help many other people who are struggling with a similar situation, right? Eczema people, there are almost like 10% over 31, almost like 32, now it should be over 32 millions of American people, and worldwide, and even more people. I know in China, there are many people struggling with eczema conditions. All this gonna be because of a gene, because of immune system situation changing, even hormones change, and also the environment triggers all this. She created this, launched this Goodbye Eczema project, and now it's been like 4 years. She's been maintain and building her community, share the knowledge, share tips to help other people, and that's really like supporting both herself and other people as well. So now this project even expanded, right? She recently launched the 7 day to a better you health habit challenge. This kind of challenge to meet people with she led that challenge in her Facebook group, and created her Instagram account as well. And recently we just welcomed new partners who are interested, like the teenager and the teenager's mom. Also, both are want to engage in this project to help other people as well. So that's a wonderful expansion, and we have like now a little bit bigger team, right? And we will aim to expand more to get more people who had a personal experience, had strugglings, and have the heart and the passion to help other people to engage together to do this project. So it's like a prospect is very good. And that's is one case I want to share with you about like a winning together. It's really like a family first as the first layer of like a first bundling and the first force, and this is the most important force for everyone. And if you have any kind of a mission or cause, you really want to, like even call, right, from God, you feel like a call, and or you find like a mission, some like a vision that you were driven to bring to this world to help many other people. First, leverage your family. Use your family circle, right? Like from a small family to your bigger family, to share with them your stories and get their support. That's the most important thing. Okay, so win together. And in addition, like I just feel like once we get the partners, right, and they are passionate, they want to initiate this, they want to change that, and all good suggestions, and now immediately, oh wow, it's just like you get new energy and new like blood into it and new momentum. So that's a wonderful thing. And now let's talk about our business, right? Business, especially if you have a meaningful cause and mission to do the business, that's the best part, right? You're not just doing business for money, you're doing business really to fulfill your life's call, fulfill your purpose, fulfill your gifts. And that's a blessing to this world. So by your own efforts, it's never enough. Okay, I remember, through the coaching I did, the 15 years coaching, majority time is by myself. And then later I realized that it's by myself I could not really fulfill that big vision. So how could I, I know God's call is very clear and getting clearer and clearer. I get the vision, but I know that's beyond my personal touch, beyond my personal capability. Even though I know I'm working hard, I'm smart, but by one person, how much can you do, right? Even though I'm never reaching my communities and like groups, but it's still limited. Okay, so the bigger vision, the bigger call you have, the more like bonding forces, more talents, more like a teamwork, more partnership you really need to get that things accomplished, right? So like it's just like recent years I had the aha moment. So I associated with it's not a direct coaching, but it's a financial services platform. It's a great platform, and I found that it's just like and especially recent years I've got that aha moment. It's really like let this business, because it's a great platform, and it's also in the financial industry. I had some background with finance and corporate performance management with a Fortune 100 company. So it's like I feel this knowledge is very important, and it can help every family. My coaching maybe help 5%, the top 5% entrepreneurs, visionary entrepreneurs, right? Passionate business owners and leaders. That's only like maybe up to 5%. But majority other people, how could I help them, right? So I was being like pondering and wondering, and then God gave me these resources, this platform, their knowledge, like financial knowledge, financial and planning knowledge, right, can help every family, really every family, and the products are the solution products and the vendors they associated with, they partnered with in the financial industries, the Fortune 100 companies, all those like great brands, right, like famous ones, providing wonderful solutions and products. And we can leverage that to help every family. And when every family could be empowered with finance, with funds, right, and they have a peace of mind for their, for example, for their life, for their family's life is protected, the family's like income protected, and their retirement is like a well planned, and their kids education fund is prepared, and then they will have more, that kind of like say mind, and a peace of mind, and also energy and time to really do what they want to do, right? Do you agree with that? If we do not have enough fund, enough money, and every day we worry about all these kind of living things, how to make a living, how to have enough like money or bread to supply the family or supply ourselves, right? And if we are struggling at that level, how could most people could really get to the next level to realize their potential and to get reach to our higher dreams, right, and to do more to benefit others? Of course not, right? So this I just found the more and more meaningful of this financial business as well. And here is purely partnerships and teamwork, and I love that. It's just like we learn together, not just the financial knowledges, not just like we call like a hard, almost like a hard knowledge, right, hardware knowledge, but we really learn soft skills. So hard skills, that's like financial knowledge, literatures, and like solutions and the products, everything, right? That's the services part. But on another side, the soft skills are even more important. Our mindset, our teamwork, our leadership, how we overcome all these kind of difficulties, right? Especially the most challenges in our own mind, and also facing all these kind of challenging difficulties. How could we work together to also leverage each other and also lift each other up and work together as a team, and also especially stand up as a leader as well to really help more people. So all these kind of hard and soft skills we learn together. And then we, for example, we have people, and everybody's talents are used. For me, I have this kind of I'm a visionary, I'm a great leader, right? I have this kind of empathy and empower people and inspirations. I'm always that kind of a cheerleader and a positive energy in a group of people, right? And always give other people's encouragement and edification, and that lift other people in, not just like my own team and across the teams, right? And everyone is helping each other, and it's a transparent environment, culture, transparent and also empowering, and also the compensation system is transparent and empowering, right? So it's such a wonderful platform. So I could not praise it more. And so and recently, by the way, recently we just attended the annual convention. It's called the Win as One. Quite aligned the topic of today. I talked about the win together, right, or win as one. Similarly, this kind of mindset is similarly abundant mindset. And also, as I learned about the 7 habits of highly effective people by Dr. Stephen Covey, it's also talk about the first part. He talked about the personal habits, right? How to empower yourself, right? To be proactive, to put begin with the end in mind and put the first thing first. And then he has the public victory part. That's exactly what we're talking about. It's like first is think win-win. You need to have that mindset. Think win-win. Only by working together, work as a one, right, with the team, either as a leader or as a followers, but work together as one, and then we could win. Right? Always think about the win-win. And he said win-win. Now we add one more win. So win-win-win. Win is like a you win, I win, and our customer or our market wins. Right? That's in the business. You want to have a win-win-win. So like we have a shared market, and how we could win together, and also let our customers win as well. They get the best benefits. For example, we work together to provide the financial literature and the knowledge training, education, and the family are benefited, right? And then we provide the best quality services because we leverage each other's knowledge and resources and energy, and it's just like support each other. So nobody, one person could know everything, right? But we have working together. We also have, like, for example, the PhD team of we call the product committee, and they work directly with the vendors, learn about solutions, products, details, give feedback to improve. So all this working together and provide the, the greatest solution that is suitable to the customer. So to bring the best benefits to customer, right? So that is the win-win-win. All right. So the second one, the next public victory Dr. Kobe mentioned is seek first to understand, then to be understood. So like when you work together as team or as partners, there are always like there are great benefits, but also always like challenges, right? Because you have a different, maybe sometimes different thinking, different background, different knowledge, and different perspective, different comprehension. So that could sometimes cause some conflict or misunderstanding. So ways that thinking win-win-win, and then how we could first understand the other, and then to like have that communication, right, and conversation, so to help them to understand us as well. So that kind of thing, you need really that mindset, and also patience, and also understanding why, and the point, the meaning and the reason why the other is thinking that way. Okay, do not immediately based on our own dilemma, right, based on like our own let's say uh, disciplines or diagrams, he would say, yeah, paradigms. Okay, based on all our own paradigms, our own background, we may have the judgment, we may have like a rejection or like a declining kind of a feeling at a first natural response, right? But here we will remind each other for that win together. And because understand that only working together, you have that expanded and empowered power to reach higher goals, right? Higher wins. So that first, then you will calm yourself down first. Do not give immediate response, and then think, and through further communication, inquiry, and conversation, to understand why they are talking in that way, why they're thinking that way. Oh, maybe you can find, oh, it makes sense, right? Even though it's like it's urging you to get out of your comfort zone. It's urging you to make changes. And most people of us, right, our nature is not, we do not want to make any change. We just want to keep things as it is. And especially everybody is busy, and we just want to stay there, right? It's just like so easier, makes things easier. But sometimes if we fully understand another other people's like their motivation is good, the willingness is good, and they are also for the success of their like project or the business, we would like to understand or try to understand, oh, or maybe this makes sense, or what's this could benefit, or maybe this makes things better. And then you talk, and sometimes maybe you negotiate, and sometimes get to that kind of a agreement kind of area, that kind of zone. That's ideal, right? To get to the agreement and to have the mutual points to get expressed, and find that kind of a mutual agreeable point to improve things. Okay, so both sides feel like it's like best express your ideas or your philosophy or your believe the values, and get to eventually like a common ground. That kind of a result could benefit all the community, all involved, right? Can benefit all. So that's a principle. And then the third uh, habits related to a public victory is make that a synergy. With that mindset of think win-win-win, and with that seek first to understand, then to be understood, kind of empathy. He called empath, okay, empathic communication. So you have the empathy kind of understanding of others perspective based on respect, okay, based on respect and a belief in each other. And then you have that communication. Then you get to the creative cooperation. That's a synergized stage. creative cooperation. So when like one person is creative, another person is creative, and different team members and partners are creative, and working together, that kind of synergy will get more creative results, right? That's exactly like Napoleon Hills mentioned about in his Think and Grow Rich book. He mentioned about the mastermind, right? That's exactly like mastermind. Even though I'm not sure if like Dr. Covey read his book, read Napoleon Hill's books or not, but he did not mention about mastermind. But it's similar. I feel like it's a similar concept, and they all get to that level of wisdom, right? It's similarly, it's mentioned about like a mastermind. It's like different components. One plus one does not equal to two anymore, right? It's like maybe three or even beyond. And think about more, like adding one more, like a one plus one plus one. It's not a three anymore. Maybe even it's not like a four or five, right? You could get a more accelerated speed of the impact and the result. So where you add new members, new partners, and that kind of synergy will keep growing, right? And keep accelerated. And in finance world, they call that compounding, right? That kind of a compounding effect. Who don't want that kind of a compounding effect, right? That just make things accelerated. And yesterday, by the way, I was teaching my son about the 72 rule in the finance knowledge. If you have interest, I could share more in other related, like finance literature related webinar. And by the way, yeah, so that kind of a financial platform, and is helping me to help families learn about the financial knowledge and get a solution, the right recommendation solutions, right, to help their families, and that sponsor my dreams as well, and sponsor my dreams for what, for coaching and to help more people. And through this business, I also get a chance to coach team members, coach like the people like came in behind me, and even sometimes I provide valuable input and suggestions to people ahead of me. So that's a great, really great feeling, right? We can all work together, use our own talents and use our own values to bring on the table and to help each other grow together, and then we could win together in a bigger way, right? So the title actually should be win together in a bigger way. So this is our today's topic. So I'm wondering, so by the way, my personally, right, certainly really get this kind of benefits feeling like partnerships in our life and in our like parenting as well, right, in our business, are all doing us greater benefits than the challenges, right? Of course there will be always be some challenges, like it's just like with the couple, with your spouse, you will like different persons, right? Even though no matter how much you love each other, you still could have misunderstandings and could have conflict or fights, right? So it's the wonder like about the partnerships. If you have more partnerships, more partners and team members, right, the more conflicts or the challenges you may have. But compared with the results, compared with the winning, the impact we can achieve, right? And the more people we can reach out to, and the more people we can impact and can help, and all those challenges are totally worth it. And besides, that will help us become a better persons as well, right? Take more challenges and get out of our comfort zone, make more positive changes, and we become better persons. So today's topic, win together in a bigger way. So I'm wondering, what is your inspiration? Let me know. Okay, either this is, if this is inspire you, um, either in your life or in your business, or ideally both, right? I would be happy to hear. And what's your inspiration, and how would you apply today's teaching and to further strengthen your like your bonding with your family, and special quality time part, right? And also, and by the way, what can compare with like a quality time, right? Compare with you fight together through some big challenges of life, and you win together as family. And no better feelings that, really, family is not just like a gathering together eat, like our Chinese. I know Chinese people love to gather and eat, right? And but the most meaningful part is like really when you're facing some like a life challenge, and you work together and support each other as a family through that. And then in business, work together through those business challenges, right? No things, I would say, no better things could bond and strengthen and empower us than those challenges. So take all those challenges as our growth opportunities and blessings, and eventually we become a better blessing to the world. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for listening to today's episode. Share, comment on the video. Let us know what's your inspiration and how would you win together. Okay. We will look forward to hearing more of your great stories. Thank you. By the way, we will see you next Monday and have a great Momentum Monday. Let's keep sharing through this week. Okay. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.